Hi, so I'm quoting from Taapsee Pannu's Instagram about the woman she's playing, Mithali Raj. The only Indian cricketer to captain the team in 4 World Cups and reached finals twice. Youngest cricketer to score 200 in a test match. Highest scoring Indian cricketer in the debut international match. The only Indian cricketer to score 7 consecutive 50s in ODI. 23 years from hustle to glory. The woman who didn't make history but she made her history. That is her story. ये कह रहे हैं मिताली राज के बारे में और मिताली राज को इनसे बेहतर और कौन प्ले कर सकता था? तापसी पन्नू.
Thank you, but I think I missed one stat.
Yeah.
She has the longest ODI career in the world across genders.
Yeah.
Across genders, in men and women mila ke, longest career. It's almost 23 years.
23 years.
Yeah.
And she's been awarded Padma Shri, of course, Arjuna Award and
Khel
now
Ratna.
Khel Ratna Award.
Yeah.
Amazing. तो ये जब आपको script सब I'll come to a nice personality analysis between the two of you, but you know जब ये film announce हुई थी somewhere around 2019.
Yeah.
Your film सांड की आँख had released.
Yeah.
तो वो आप उस जोन में तो थी, गोली मार दूंगी, पत्थर मार दूंगी, ये कर दूंगी. But when you got the script, it's produced by Viacom. What was your, because you know, Rumi said what you're seeking is seeking you.
I think I've always been in a sports zone in my life, even when I didn't know that I'll become an actress. Because I've been playing sports since I was a kid, since my memory go back.
Which sport?
I used to race. I played badminton. I played a little bit of basketball as well. I was just so fond of sports.
Yeah.
I didn't miss an opportunity. Like I remember my parents didn't have time to take me to any summer camps or do some extra training beyond school life. Otherwise, I maybe would have been a sports person because I was just so excited. I used to look forward to that one PT period that we used to have. Not so that I'll get to bunk the class and go out and roam around because I loved playing. So that's almost like a parallel personality that I had beyond being the first bencher in class. So it was a very organic inclination towards playing sports personalities on screen. I think we have 2 religions in this country primarily: cricket, and films.
And movies.
I think, and the mixture of the two has to be fireworks, and I'm really privileged and lucky to have this crossover in my filmography.
Absolutely. And you're a Leo, so you have to.
That puts me in trouble most of the time. I'm a Leo and I'm numerically number 1.
Yeah.
So because I was born on 1st of August.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult combination to wrap my head around sometimes, because Leos are known for a certain thing.
Yeah.
And then you are number 1, so it's very difficult for you to settle with anything which is, average.
Yes.
So it bothers me a lot when I remember as a kid when I used to play sports, when I used to lose, I used to get fever. And it took me days to recover from that loss.
Wow.
So it is not a very healthy thing to be a Leo and a number 1 when you like playing sports.
That's nice, yeah. I mean, it's not just your ambition, but you've also been gifted with that kind of a DNA. To propel you forward.
Yeah, it's a killer instinct.
Killer instinct. And आपके पापा कहते होंगे बेटा क्या बात है पेट्रोल खत्म ही नहीं होता है.
I think my dad is very tired of my engine. He's like ये engine बंद करो थोड़ी देर के लिए. ये engine is gone मेरे हाथ से बाहर way too early.
Amazing. We are proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
So you play Mithali Raj. And when I see Mithali and I see you somewhere, I see similarities. But you have said in your, I watched an interview where both of you have kind of spoken together about your personalities, and she says there is a contrast.
Yeah.
So now that Mithali is not here, let me get it from you कि आप दोनों के बीच में क्या similarities हैं, क्या differences हैं?
चलो ठीक है.
Who's more short-tempered?
I think I'll be.
Who loves fashion more?
Mithali, I think.
Really?
I think I feel, not that I had this direct discussion with her, I feel observing her that I've been doing last couple of years like a stalker, I think she likes to dress up and get ready. I have a feeling. I'm not sure, but maybe you can ask Mithali when you meet her. That's my observation.
Yeah, and she said somewhere that I love Kareena Kapoor's wardrobe, which is most unlikely.
Very fashionable then, much more than me. I'm not a person who's into fashion and all, but I think she likes.
Amazing. Who likes food more?
I think I will take that. I am obsessed with eating.
Okay. Who is politically more aware?
I think she's a very well-read person. I feel I'll give it to her.
Is her autobiography out as yet?
No.
No. Okay. Which one of you is more romantic?
None of us, I think. None of us, I think. I think I'm taking this liberty. और मिताली कहेगी क्या बोल रही है ये? So, but as from my observation of her and knowing myself, I don't think either of us are romantic.
Romance के बिना life होती है?
यार हाँ, मतलब हमारा कुछ not so romantic romance चल रहा लाइफ के साथ.
Who's more mindful of parents' opinions?
I think her. I have always gone against it.
Actually,
yeah.
उन्होंने कहीं कहा भी है कि she wanted to be a Bharatnatyam dancer.
Yeah, and her parents have always been consistently supportive of whatever she's been wanting to do, or I think they're very, not that mine are not now, but obviously I had hiccups trying to make them understand that, you know, this is what I would want to do, and obviously it's not the most likable profession for everyone to accept their daughter to be in, especially when she's studying engineering. So there were some hiccups like a regular conventional middle class family would have, but contrary to that, her case, obviously there weren't many female cricketers as well back then, but I from whatever I've heard and known, her family has been extremely supportive.
Also, her father was an Air Force officer.
And he was the one who was the big reason, you know, to take her to the practice every day, to actually be there as a support system. That कहते हैं ना, जा सिमरन जी ले अपनी
जी ले 5 बजे उठ और जा.
मैं लेके चलता हूँ 5 बजे.
Actually, okay. Who's more likely to go to a disc to celebrate success?
None of us.
Okay.
None of us. I think I can say that.
Okay. Who likes romantic movies more?
She doesn't watch many movies, so I think it'll be me.
Okay. Who starts to sing a song first on a beautiful day?
I don't think either of us. I am the pathetic singer. I would want to just save that song. I won't sing it. But I've not really seen or observed her humming or talking about songs as much.
Okay. But you are more likely to.
No, I'm not. Both of us aren't going to hum any songs. Max will hear it.
Okay. Who wakes up earlier in the day?
I think she would, because she's had a routine of certain sorts. Some days I wake up early, but usually I wake up around 6:37. So I think she's used to waking up earlier.
Of course. Who's likely to win a fist fight?
I think she will. Pretty strong.
Hannah? She's
Yeah. Bloody arm strength for that bat.
Seriously. Who's taller between you two?
I am.
Okay. Who knows more languages?
Actually, that is an interesting. I think I might score a little more, maybe, because I know Punjabi as well. She knows Tamil, she knows Telugu, she knows Hindi, she knows English. I also know all these languages.
Yeah.
But I know Punjabi as well. And if she knows Kannada and Malayalam, then she scores there.
Then she scores.
But I think I maybe I know one language more than she does.
Where is she from?
She is actually a Tamilian, but born and brought up in Hyderabad.
Chances hai ki unko.
Yeah, chances hai. If she knows Kannada and Malayalam, then that's it. Then she scored.
Okay. Who's more likely to pick up a fight on the road?
Me.
Punjab.
There's no way she's going to pick up any fight anywhere on road, or even on the ground, on the pitch. Nowhere.
She's quite.
She's very calm, very
quiet,
cool,
demure,
very relaxed, and very.
Like a sports person.
Not really, you know. It's not like some sports persons are very aggressive with their game. She is the more laid back one, like the more quieter, more observer, more like मैं अपनी game से बताऊंगी.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. That's a good thing. Who's a better negotiator?
I have no answer for this actually. I don't know what has she negotiated for ever. So I don't know. I don't know the answer for this.
I think you're a better negotiator. When I said I like this brand, she said, okay, then I'll tell them to pay me more.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Business wise, मेरा दिमाग हो सकता है ज़्यादा चल रहा हो.
Okay. Who will win a 100-meter race?
Okay, from whatever I know of her, from all my trainers, I think I will.
Also your movies also, na? They have also trained
हाँ,
you well
मतलब
enough.
अगर अभी जल्दी से कर लोगे रेस तो शायद मैं जीत जाऊँ.
Rashmi Rocket.
A couple of years later, I don't know.
Who believes more in destiny?
I don't know who believes more in destiny, but मैं तो destiny पे ही बैठी हूँ. मैंने तो कभी सोचा नहीं था एक्टर बनने का यार.
ऐसा नहीं है.
No, but I never thought of becoming an actor. I decided to become an actor after my first film released. So destiny has given me this career. that I was meant. God sent me this message by means of making my first film's work to tell me that this is what is meant for you. Otherwise, I would have done some school play, skit, drama, to have some training of any sort. Whereas she knew that she wanted to become a cricketer very early in her age, and she pursued that. So that ways, I guess, destiny has been more instrumental in deciding my career.
And she also trained to be a cricketer. However, you learnt it on the job.
Yes, I learnt my acting job on the job, and she trained too. And she very early on, she knew that she wanted to become a cricketer.
Okay. And lastly, who's more likely to get male attention in a crowd?
Yeah, it depends who the male is. Do you like the more the crazy one? Then maybe me. If you like the more quieter and the more observant and the more mysterious one, then maybe her.
That's nice. But ये भी बहुत अच्छी analogy है. लोग ये समझते नहीं है that not all women like only one kind of a man,
exactly.
and not all men like one kind of a woman.
Totally. I am like, if you talk to women, then you'll know that no, some people say, oh, that's such a hot guy, but I might not find him hot. So there are different reasons to find a person hot, right? So it varies.
So what kind of men do you find hot?
Who don't try too hard to look hot. It's in their personality. If you try too hard and make an effort, that is a big put off.
True. Have you ever met that kind of a man?
Who tries too hard to look hot?
Who doesn't try to? Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't try to look. That's why I'm in a very, what do you say, not so confused personal life, state of life, mind. That, yeah, I mean, for me, I am very sure of the kind of person I'm with.
And what's the best compliment a man has given to you?
No, that maybe the one that I got was that, okay, you're not a very difficult person to live with. To be with, in the sense, I'm a difficult person to be with, actually, because you can't come very head on and try to overpower and stay with me. You really need to be a man to be a very secured man, in fact, to be with me. But once if you are that, it's very easy to live with me, because I don't have some skyrocketing expectations of
to
lifestyle.
Take care of me or pamper me.
That ways, So that ways, it's relatively easy to live with me.
That's a nice thing to say about a woman. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so अब movie के बारे में बात करते हैं. You know, once Vidya had told me when she was doing Shakuntala Devi, she said that when you personify somebody on screen, you don't need to mostly look like her. You need to copy her soul, the way that person thinks. How has been your experience?
That is very true. I couldn't shorten my height. I couldn't change my build. The max I could do is slightly change the tone of my face color and also change the texture of my hair, which is more cosmetic. Little bit tweaking here and there, because eventually when you know that you look very different, so when you're portraying a biopic, you'll make an effort to like try and come somewhere around, but I will never mimic that person. Like it's not like I started seeing Mithali's interviews to mimic her. Because I feel I will not be able to connect or be real or get the emotion right if my concentration is only on mimicking her. So I have to get her ideology right. I have to understand what irks her, what makes her happy, how much of a reaction she gives. So I have to really understand, I have to observe her to understand what are her points of reaction and how much she reacts to happiness, how much she projects her unhappiness. So I don't have to exactly mimic her, which will be difficult. Then it will become what do you call it, a skit or just a mimicry act.
Correct.
So that is why I need to understand her trigger points in life.
So how did you do that? Did you spend time with her?
So unfortunately, when I started training and shooting for the film, she was actively playing. And that too COVID times chal rahe the. So she was either in bubble, because every tournament se pehle 2 weeks ke she had to be in bubble, and then she had to play, so she couldn't meet anyone. And then she used to come back. There was World Cup training camps that were happening, again for which she was in bubble. So I didn't have physical access to her. So my window to Mithali were her batchmates, the ones who have played with her. who are now coaches as well. They are all coaches under BCCI. They were the one who trained me, and who were, one of them was Nushin was very close friends with Mithali. So she's the one who actually could take me through her graph of how her game has changed, how she has changed as a personality. So through their eyes, I studied Mithali, and then I obviously saw a lot of interviews of hers to understand how pacified she is in life. Because then the struggle came, because her range of expression, how much she expresses, was very limited. Yeah, she doesn't, she's not
too animated,
and nor is she too expressive. She speaks very minimal, woman of few words. So it's very difficult for me, to being the over expressive person I am, to limit my range to this much. Because you have to show her 23-year long journey, actually more than that. When we've shown the film when she is 6-7 years old to 36-37 years old. So 30 years of journey with knowing this person is not over expressive. तो अगर century भी मारनी है, 50 run भी मारने हैं, you are not overjoyed and you're just throwing fist in the air, or just going on high-fiving people. It's not like, it doesn't happen like that, and I mean, it didn't happen like that. So it was very difficult for me to gauge कि कितना I should do, because I eventually want my audience to understand that this is her celebration.
True.
And वो 30 साल की जर्नी है, उसके अंदर you consistently see certain reactions, you understand, but 2.5 घंटे में मैं उनको कैसे feel कराऊं?
Exactly.
So that was a little challenging. So we took certain liberties somewhere to make sure that we convey the right emotion, but at the same time I couldn't go too out of the character also, because then the people who genuinely follow her, who are her fans, might feel disheartened.
And also the director, earlier the director was Rahul Dholakia. Now Srijit Mukherji is directing it. The best thing about Srijit is he gets into the skin of the character. Like, he's a 5-time National Award winning director and very good director. I watched his films. He's very good. So his direction combined with your performance, I'm actually looking forward to it.
I'm glad that he directed. He also is a cricket fanatic.
He's a cricket fanatic. I follow his Twitter, and so that's why I see it not just as a sports film, but a film that is going to make a point. He also being a Bengali director, his view on women is very strong. So that's something.
That ways, it was in the right hands, I feel. And the film is much more than a sports film, because see, cricket itna dekh liya, our country has seen so much of cricket. And if you want to see cricket, go to some other channel, a sports channel. You will see sports channel showing cricket 24/7. But this is not for cricket only. You will see cricket in highlights here.
So it's more of a human drama.
It's like, because we have to cover her 30-year-long journey. Ab 30 year ke andar
kitna cricket dikhaoge?
Matlab, I'll need some 10 seasons of a web show to show the amount of cricket that she's played. And we have just touched upon the milestones that she has, from her first match to when she broke records, all those pivotal moments of her career, and that too in highlights.
Okay, and once that's a very sensational moment when a journalist asked her, "Who's your favorite male cricketer?" Have you also been asked this in a
not male cricketer, but male actor? Yes, a lot of times. I've been asked this question since the time I started giving interviews. That has been one consistent question that I've been asked over years and years, and which exasperates me. I have the same reaction, which in the trailer you see. I'm just exhausted trying to understand why is this question only put forward in front of a female actor and not a male actor. We hardly see any male actor answering this question, or even getting this question asked. So that was my introduction to Mithali, honestly. When she gave her interview and her that statement came out, and I read that statement, is when I got to know that there is a Mithali Raj, there is an Indian women's cricket team. So that drew me to her. And much later, of course, is when I was offered this film. So I think it started manifesting itself from that point.
And on 8th of June this year, she announced her retirement.
Yes.
So is that shown in the movie? I'm sure.
No. We are ending the film in 2017 when the World Cup happened.
World Cup happened. Okay. When you spend some time with her, हम बड़े लोगों से मिलते हैं ना, उनको सिर्फ हाथ लगाते हैं, जिसे कहते हैं ना बड़े बुजुर्गों के पैर छुओ तो उससे कुछ आता है आपके अंदर. What are the beautiful qualities you kind of imbibed in yourself after you spent some days or months with her?
not. I've spent only a very few hours with her at different occasions.
One is how grounded she is. She doesn't need to speak much to make a point.
Yeah.
I envy such people. जिनको ज़्यादा बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती क्योंकि मैं तो blah 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 ऐसा लगता है कि words हमारे asset हैं लेकिन words हमेशा सिर्फ हमारे assets नहीं होते हैं.
Yeah, that's a lot. You know, I think with sports stars, most of the sports stars, this is one consistent thing because their statistics speak so much that they hardly have to talk to put their point across. So that ways, I mean, the one thing that I imbibed from her, not by the virtue of spending time with her, but also by the virtue of studying her life because of for my film, I realized that you don't really need to have a precedence of any sort when you are going to choose a path that you feel is less traveled or something that you would really want to do, but you don't have any precedence to follow. So you should not shy away or get scared from that path because she record pe record, she made so many records without really having a prototype to follow.
Yeah, in those years the women's cricket was not even there.
Yeah.
I mean, hardly there.
You won't believe there are no matches captured for me to see. It was only after women's cricket was taken over by BCCI, like in 2006-7 types, that I have some visual reference कि कैसे खेलती थी. उसके पहले matches ही record नहीं होते थे.
True.
So such was the state.
Taapsee, do you see any parallels between the women's cricket in India and the way women are treated in the film industry?
Yeah, very, very close in a lot of occasions. Yeah, very close.
Like how?
The pay parity, the visibility, the audience or footfalls or audience spectators, right? That difference. So there's a lot of similarities, yes.
And you would like the same changes that happened there?
Yes, I think that was the reason why I connected with the story and with her ideology because these were the parallels that were drawn between both of our industries.
Okay, and there is another movie coming by that's based on the life and career of Jhulan Goswami, where Anushka plays it. I mean, what a coincidence it is! Almost at the same time.
Yeah, very coincidence, surprising, and I'm very glad that more and more such films are happening where there are like the gender boundaries in cricket are getting blurred.
So amazing. अब तो आपको क्रिकेट आ गया होगा अच्छे से?
आ गया अच्छे से का पता नहीं बस हाँ ये है कि I can now hit the ball.
तो हो जाए एक गेम किसी दिन.
हाँ बिल्कुल आप आना मैदान पे.
मैदान में हम भी आते हैं.
मैदान में
हम तो सिर्फ फील्डिंग कर सकते हैं.
हाँ ठीक है. I'll play so that I just sometimes can please you by giving you a nice catch.
हल्के से मारना मैं कैच करके खुश हो जाऊंगी मैंने तापसी को आउट कर दिया.
ठीक है.
So great Taapsee. Aka Mithali, you've been crossing boundaries and you've been pushing the envelope. And same as her, she didn't have any precedence. You also didn't have any precedence. The issues and the topics that you talk about, such as pay parity, such as the viewers, the number of theaters given to movies that are based on women's stories. Everything, you two are like a team. What she's done in the cricket world, you have been doing in this world of Hindi film industry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.